Bingies, welcome to the BingeWorthy podcast, part of the Geekish Network. My name is Johnny Randolph, and I got three dope-ass co-hosts. My first co-host is, you know this guy, he's Noop from the Ville. Yo, Ricard, man, tell the people who you are, son.
Hello, Governor.
And my next co-host, Jock, man, yo, represent, son.
What it do, people? What it do?
And my last co-host, man, I'm not gonna act like he coming back because he's home, son. Tell.
Miss Sealy home now.
Miss Sealy home. Tell. Say what's up to the people, man.
Y'all was cracking, baby. I'm so happy to be back with the fam. You have no idea, boy. Woo! Let's go.
Let's do this. And tonight we are talking Disney Plus's Secret Invasions. The premise of our show is that we binge watch an entire series to let you know if you should. At the beginning of our show, we're going to rate it based on our unique binge-worthy scale. So, Rodney, how did my co-host and how did everybody rate Secret Invasions? What do we got here? All right, so we got, damn.
I think it makes a mini meal. I think that equals a mini meal.
Let's just
We
keep it
got
all the
3
way
mini
real.
meals and a snack,
Keep it
nah,
100.
man.
Keep it all the way real.
Well, 2.75. So we can round that up to a mini meal. All right. Okay. So the premise of this show is that Nick Fury works with Talos, a shape-shifting alien Skrull, to uncover a conspiracy by a group of renegade Skrulls led by Gravik, who plans to take control of Earth by posing as a different human. Man, y'all know I'm not good with names. Don't.
I know it. That's why I love doing it. That's why I love it.
Man,
That's your thing. Is you and names. I love it.
Don't judge me. So, Chuck, man, we're gonna start off with you. Marvel shows, they are known for their cinematic look, the cinematic view. Did you think this show lived up to those standards? Why or why not?
No, it does not live up to those standards at all. It looked like that show that was on Marvel TV, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. It looked like that.
Ooh.
In this era. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. had the right to look the way it did. It was early in Marvel's development career. And then we saw cinematic shows. Even Miss Marvel looked more cinematic. It was a down-home cinematic field movie. In this, I'm looking at this like, this is Secret Invasions. I need to see a lot of good shit in here, and not just some made up aliens. I need to see a lot of good shit in here. When I saw that first explosion in Russia, I was like, that's corny. That's corny. I didn't see no dead bodies on the ground or anything. I saw people running and one gunshot. I'm like, that's corny. I was angry. I was so angry. And then when Saber dropped the drop ship down, I was like, boo, boo. I was already booing by then. I'm not gonna...
So then would you say this has been, from a visual standpoint, this has been their weakest show?
Absolutely. This is the weakest show with the strongest premise in the Marvel universe. People care to forget when Secret Invasions came out, it kind of tilted the scales of what Marvel was when that comic book came out. People rushed out to get all these different comic books to see who was a Skrull and who wasn't a Skrull.
And then they just kind of dropped the ball, at least on the visual.
Man, they blew up half of Russia, and not one fucking Avenger showed up on their own to see what's
I
going
was thinking the
on.
same thing.
To
Like,
see
where
what's
the
going
Avengers at? And they tried to address it later on, right? But
Yeah.
the
I ain't
excuse
calling
didn't
my
work. It was a
friends.
weak excuse.
I ain't calling my friends.
Yeah,
Said,
yeah.
who is it? Anti-Vin Diesel over
And I'm
here?
like, and I'm saying to myself, you literally got them together because you knew you weren't strong enough to protect the world from aliens coming. And now all of a sudden you're like, oh, I don't want
Aliens
to
are
call
here.
them.
I
I
don't
can
want
do
to
it on
call.
my own.
Thank you. Thank you. Oh my God. 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 I want to change my rating right now.
We gonna talk to it. We gonna talk to it. So tell, man.
Goes out.
We've got some heavyweights kind of here. We got Don Cheadle, we got Samuel L. Jackson from an acting perspective. So you're an actor. Give me your professional opinion, what you thought about the acting of the overall series.
All right, well, listen, this is what I'm going to say, because I'm glad you asked me this question, because so many people have been ishing on it. Like, it's got one of the lowest Rotten Tomato scores in the history of just Marvel, period. And I think people went into this thinking that they were going to see some action. And I mean, it's a superhero movie. That's what you're going to see. And the action just didn't deliver on almost every aspect. It was flat. But the one thing that they did do very well for me was some of the one-on-one interactions in the acting, especially with Samuel L. Jackson and Don Cheadle. That was pretty amusing for me to watch these two heavyweights on screen kind of go at each other. And there was a really good, surprising performance by a woman by the name of Olivia Colman, who played Sonya Fallsworth. She was fun. She was a lot of fun. I didn't know anything about that character. She made it her own. Every time she stepped on the screen, I was like, she's gonna say something funny or do something funny. Those three right there absolutely killed the show. But also on the flip side of that, somebody that I thought was gonna bring it and fell completely flat was Emilia Clarke. There was nothing interesting about her through the entire show. I almost wish she stayed dead when we thought she was dead. But other than that, if you're coming in to watch this show and you want to see, like, Samuel L. Jackson gives kind of his all. I'm sorry, what was the one I want to say? An E for good effort to Kingsley Ben-Adir. I thought he did a really good job towards the end. He was flat in the beginning, but he kind of did all right a little bit towards the end. So if you're going to see some good acting, then Secret Invasion might be okay for you. But if you're going to see some action, this ain't it. This ain't it.
Okay, we got one of the great things about our show is that we have a live chat, and we've got people out here in the chat. So Defunct says, I'm so down on this show. I really enjoy certain Don Cheadle, kind of what Centel said, and what's this, our Charlene Woodard scenes, but only thing I care about coming out of this show is Olivia Colman. Okay. All right.
Okay.
Weak excuse from Fury. Oh yeah, absolutely, Mark. I agree with that. So Rakai, man, good actors, right? They can't live up to their potential if it's not a good script. So what'd you think about the writing for the episodes of this season?
All right, let me preface this with saying, you guys know me and know that, and I admit it, I am a Marvel stan. I get it. I am a Marvel stan. I have to concur with everything that Centel just said. One of the things that got me about the script when I was reading some of the backstory is that there were two script writers or two directors, and one of them, like the showrunner, he dropped out before this even started, and one guy ended up doing all 6 episodes where he was only supposed to do half of it. I think the problem with this show is, if you're trying to give us an espionage show, because I remember someone saying this is Marvel's Andor, like Star Wars Andor, which was a slow burn and got really good towards the end. But you had to hold on to get there, because it took way too many episodes to get to start making a point. This is only 6 episodes. We ain't got all day. So if you're gonna give me something that's no Avengers, no superheroes, I know that it can be done. The final season of Jack Ryan was phenomenal, and it was 6 episodes. Phenomenal. It started out with action off top, espionage, everything that you could ask for. So it can be done. This like the stuff with Kingsley Benadire that they put in the last episode, that should have been the first damn episode. Then we'd have cared. You know, and he's right. You didn't give us enough with Amelia Clark. Her character was pointless. You killed my mother. You killed my father. Get the fuck out of here. You know, you should have gave us more if Samuel L. Jackson has been hiding, and especially him up, and he's been on Saber, and that. Ben Mendelsohn Talos has been on Earth playing him. You should have gave us more of that. Besides a little spat between them two. Like, no, Ben Mendelsohn is too good of an actor for you to have wasted him on a lot of the shit that you did. Olivia Colman was fantastic. Every time she came on screen, she took that shit. Even at the end, when Amelia Clark was like, "Should I trust you?" Oh, girl, don't be silly. No, I'm gonna use you. You gonna use me? What makes you think I'm not gonna throw love and friendship into it? Fuck that. You know what I'm saying? Like, she was wonderful.
She was the best thing I felt in the series.
Best thing.
And actually, I have the opposite reaction. Like, as much as I wanted to see Don Cheadle and Samuel L. Jackson go at it, I did not like that scene between them. I just
at the hospital.
I get it. Yeah, the first one when Rhodey fired Fury, like, I don't know. I just did not. I did not like it. As a matter of fact, what I liked more than that actual scene was when Rhodey was explaining that scene. He's like, "Yeah, I drop kicked his ass. Like, I came off the top rope." Like, I like that.
I like that better. Yeah.
The scene itself. Yeah, like, it just the writing got stronger at the end, and the unfortunate thing is the budget went into, namely, episode 6. They put all the damn budget, $255 million, into 3 minutes of Amelia Clark and Kingsley Benadire fighting for 3 minutes, and you got every power of the Avengers, the Blackguard, Thanos' people. You got all the powers of everybody. And what we gonna do? We're gonna turn our arms into different arms, and we're gonna go into a WWE fight, and the lame fucking fight.
Yeah, man.
The most interesting thing that happened was she turned into Mantis and made the nigga go sleep. Get out of here.
That was the most interesting thing.
You know what?
I didn't care about any of it.
I'm ready to change my damn rating too. You get me pissed off.
Chuck, you had something you wanted to jump in and say. Go ahead. What were you saying?
First of all, I think Charlene, she out acted Samuel Jackson because the way they called his acting. I'm gonna tell you something. In every Marvel movie, when Nick Fury came on the screen, you thought he's gonna whoop somebody's ass.
Okay, I'm so hold on, don't go there. So the question I want to ask you then is, our protagonist, he is Nick Fury. Nick is different in this, right? He's not the Nick we've met. So what do you think about this interpretation of Nick?
Fuck that shit. He's different, but he acts the same. I'm gonna brood. Like, do you still love me? It's nice talking to you. Walks out.
We even need that.
We don't. First of all, no. They made this a love story, you guys. We spent 4 episodes of them in the fucking kitchen talking to each other and almost shoot each other. Fuck that shit. I want to see motherfucking Nick Fury. I see motherfucking Nick Fury in 20 movies until he disappeared and came back, and he was still Nick Fury in that shit. And I want to see that dude. That dude. He walked around. I'm in the kitchen. You ain't come to the house in a long time. You know how I live. You know what I do. You might as well get motherfucking Cuba Gooding Jr. in there and play Forrest Gump.
And for me, it was like, okay, so
get in and play radio.
The blimp impacted everybody. But if there's one person who's going to come out the blimp and going to be okay,
it's going to be Nick Fury.
Nick goddamn Fury. And
he built Saber.
So brooded. He done took his eye patch off. He wearing turtlenecks and shit. And it's like, man, what
he's out here in J. Crew and
no patch on his eye.
Yeah,
he's wearing. He put the patch on to be badass.
Y'all wild today, boy.
He went to the mausoleum to get his costume. Really? Went to the mausoleum to get his costume.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Not only that, he went to the mausoleum to get his costume, but then did you see the symbols on the little things? Like his costume, the damn eye patch is from Wakanda. You gonna give me a vibranium damn eye patch and it don't do shit? Like
And it don't do nothing. Why did they waste that? I'm like, yo, all right, maybe the patch is gonna be able to sniff out scrolls or do something interesting. It's just, I'm like,
Nah, they're like, nah,
just
we got
wasted
special
that
effects, but
opportunity.
man, let me give you.
Nah, he got
Told
that in the
y'all we
Halloween
wanted to see
store.
this Nick Fury. Who
Man.
put in their mind that this
The
is the
love
Nick
story
Fury
of
we want
Nick
to see?
Fury. It was the love story of Nick
I
Fury.
don't care about that. I just don't need Nick Fury.
No, I don't need the
rooting
love story of Nick
around.
Fury.
I don't need any of that, man. I need Nick Fury to be the
No.
one who's always going to survive, right? I need
Yeah.
him to be
Yeah.
that guy.
Yes, I wanted to see a spy show. I want to see Mission Impossible with some damn
Right.
trolls that transform trying to kill him everywhere. That's what I wanted him to do damn near Tom Cruise stunts everywhere. Like
You
it's
know, you know what this was like for me? You know how like when you're playing a video game and you know what I'm saying, like a character is OP, you're like, damn, he's OP. And then all of a sudden there's a patch to the game and then they nerf the shit out. That's what they did. They nerfed his ass. You should have gave me the first episode where you should have gave me the first episode where he went to a shield shrink and he came out, he threw a goddamn a chair through the window and said, I'm good, and went out and kicked ass and didn't bother taking names.
Hey guys, he said, fuck shield, I'm building a saber. So only old school Nick could build a saber if you know anything about saber.
Yeah.
This Nick they made would have built the goddamn shield over again. No, he built the saber.
Yeah.
We're
not on defense anymore.
We're on offense. We're offense. And what made it bad is this. Mark said it in the chat. I need Nick to be Sam Jack.
Right. Why even get Sam to play him if you're gonna have him just walking
Like I
around?
said, they could have had Cuba Gooding Jr. in there.
Right.
Multiverse and have him play radio.
They could have got like Wayne Brady for this guy. And no diss to Wayne Brady. I love Wayne Brady, but he was more Wayne Brady than he was Sam Jackson.
As a matter of fact, right now I could have wrote one line that had made this the top-rated Marvel show of all time. I'm tired of all these motherfucking scrolls on this motherfucking.
Facts. That man is not lying.
Nick Fury's been a beast in over 20 movies.
Right.
Been a beast. When they talked about him in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and all those other Marvel series, they talked about him being a beast.
He's literally a legend.
When he went to go build Saber, he did disappear. But it's like Batman building the base out in space. We know that motherfucker's gonna be a badass.
Right. That's what I expect. I expect like Nick Fury to come back to Earth and be like, y'all about to pay right now.
Yeah.
I'm gone. I'm back. I'm back.
I'm putting cases on all you motherfuckers.
Cases on all you bitches. All you bitches.
All of you.
But instead we got, well, you know, I've been gone a while. I miss you. I called, but I just didn't hit the button. You know, it was just like, what are we doing?
Yes, I called, but I didn't. I was so mad at that scene. And Talos is right. Talos like, we made you, motherfucker. We made you. And then he should. I'm motherfucking Nick Fury. You think I care about that shit? Yeah. That's what I wanted to hear.
They should have showed back. Not only that. When they talked about that, the whole thing, that scene between him and Gravik, where he's talking about they were out here collecting samples after the Battle of Earth. That was the I saw somewhere where somebody wrote in there, damn right. That was the post-credit scene that we didn't get from Avengers Endgame. Like after Avengers Endgame ended and Iron Man, Tony Stark gave up his life, that was the one movie had no post-credit scene because we were supposed to marinate on that. That right there was, you should have showed us that, not talked about it, showed us that.
You should have showed
that would have not only that, that wouldn't have, if they had done that, not even as they could have released that as a short. That would have set up the whole phase 4. Instead, we got this jumbled mess of bullshit for all of phase 4. And so this right here, this show has basically been a 6-hour setup for phase 5, which we didn't need all of that. You gave me this nerf ass version of dude. Like, hell, his woman. Give me a show with Vara.
Vara was killing it.
Motherfuckers was dropping out the ceiling and shoot shotgun. Like, I thought she was Call of Duty. I said, shit.
Yeah. No, made it really bad. they gave us trailers of the Marvels,
Uh-huh.
the old Nick Fury.
Mm.
When he hopped on that Saber ship with Vara, that was not that man.
No, and when he hopped on
You cannot-
on that bad carnival ride with neon lights,
Yeah.
then that look like
Overly
that
bright light.
Gravitron, that shit that spins around at a carnival in your
I
mall.
thought that too. I thought that too. I thought it was the
Like, Centel, I feel like you've been trying to get to the point here. What you got something?
Sorry.
Oh no, I'm sitting there. I'm y'all are knocking off my checklist. The big thing that I can't believe they dropped the ball on is that you really created like the most powerful person in the Marvel universe, and that was the most piss poor excuse of a battle that I've seen in quite some time. It was beyond horrible. It was beyond despicable. And all you're gonna do is we're gonna play like the bingo guess the matching arms game or something. It's like I felt like it turned into like a type of a drinking game or whatever that I didn't get. The other thing, and this is what really, you know, I was on Twitter and people were like, did they just kind of turn this into like another like agenda series? And you know, with dealing with identity, and I didn't even really think about it. And I was like, well, maybe a little bit. Maybe it might have jumped into the political scene, maybe just a little bit too much. And I'm like, well, man, what? Maybe we could have used some of that time in order to like, you know, beef up some of these action sequences because you are a Marvel film. Don't get me wrong. It is interesting to know about Nick Fury's love interest, but the amount of time that they spend onto it, and then it's the whole like, you know, do you love me for me? Do you still love me if I had this face? Would you? I was like, oh, okay, we get that you're trying to, you know, give a bigger picture to a global, you know, issue of what's going on right now. But I'm like, I just want to see aliens get their ass whooped. I don't want to talk about this right now in this setting with these characters. That's all I'm saying.
He was supposed to be Tom Cruise meets John Wick.
Yeah, he
He's
was.
Absolutely.
If there was ever a platform for somebody to be that, this was it for him.
This is it.
So, September, come back to you real quick. You know, with Marvel, they do a good job of providing rationale for their villains, right? Some of their logic is damn near noble. What do you think the rationale is for the Skrull? What do you think about the rationale for the Skrulls? Like, was it convincing? Was it not?
Oh, me?
Yeah, you.
Yeah, I mean, it was kind of if I was Nick Fury, oh man, I'd have whooped Talos' ass talking about it's 1 million plus. Oh, you catching these hands first, and then we can have this conversation. 1 million? Just chilling, and you ain't tell nobody. You ain't leave a post-it note. No, none of that. So and then you know them being upset about Nick Fury leaving, and then Nick Fury being like, well, then I kind of realized that, you know, I can't find you a planet, and then I felt bad when then I felt relieved when I was about to die. I was like, damn, that sucks, dog. That's a horrible reason for you to. I don't know. I didn't have any emotional attachment to any of that, and so I kind of maybe felt graphic a little bit. You know, he's a bitter dude that was promised a better tomorrow, and the guy you looked up to, you know, bounced and is caught in his feelings, and now you're stuck on a planet where nobody likes you anymore. So, but I will say this: I did like them doing what was it, Order 66 on all of the aliens. Like everybody's got to die on sight. And then they got some weird NRA kind of thing that kind of popped up with a bunch of gun-toting people killing citizens. It just took like these weird political lefts. You know, I'm sorry, I'm over the place like the damn show was all over the place. But yeah, it's. I guess it was an okay motivation.
Yeah, Chuck, you feel like you wouldn't want to jump in and say something.
I just want to agree. +1, everything said there. +1 ultra that shit. I was like, you knew the president was going to put a kill order in. They try to kill him.
Yeah.
You can't tell them there's good Skrulls out here. And God forbid you made 2 super Skrulls. Am I supposed to be Gravik is dead? He has Captain Marvel's powers.
Yeah.
Not only that, he's got extremists. Don't they heal?
Yes. Yeah. He has everybody's power.
Yeah. Everybody.
Super
All
Skrull.
tied up in
What? How dumb is Gravik to just let Sam just stay in the damn machine that's gonna make you a super person to begin with? I didn't understand it. I'm like, why are you about to upgrade your superpower this and you got somebody in there with you? You don't see this happening, bro?
And it's interesting that he never suspected that wasn't Fury, and he left him in there because he thought he had radiation. So you know, he's like,
And he gave it away too. He gave it away because he was like, "You don't remember? You don't remember? This is the first face you made me wear."
Yeah. Yeah.
I
And
was
he
like,
didn't
"Oh,
remember, and he didn't remember it. And he
you didn't
didn't
remember?
remember because
I
of
was
that.
your
Yeah.
I don't know,
boy."
but the thing is too, you know what I'm saying? This is for the whole show. They gave us a different theory. Like he didn't really go about anything the way that we thought he should have went about it. Like it just, I don't know. Like I said, that whole thing with Gravik, that whole shit should have happened in the first episode. As a matter of fact, it'd have been more powerful if all that shit happened right before he shot and for real, and he killed Maria Hill in the first fucking episode. Really?
But these are some sort of trends that Disney is kind of doing. Like, think Obi-Wan. Obi-Wan walking around in the desert, no connection to the Force. Like, who the fuck wants to watch that, right? Who wants to watch Nick Fury being some little, like, why are you all giving us this?
Yeah, wasn't
They
Obi-Wan
muted his-
working at like at a Seattle?
Yeah,
Shit,
yeah.
like,
Why are you all giving us these broken characters? And we want to see these characters kick ass. Like,
I want to show y'all the working man and how the
Yeah.
working man
I
gets
know
on.
it's almost like Kathleen Kennedy went across the hall and was like, "Hey, I fucked up Star Wars enough. Hold on, let me see what I can do for Marvel. I got great ideas."
I'm not done yet.
Yes.
I
And then she
mean,
gives her Sidious laugh.
it was definitely a whole different character. It'd been better if they became Super Skulls in the very beginning. Like Gravix knew where to go to get the harvest, and he knew where to get it. And he got it, and he got it, and that'd have been a great way to kill Marie Hill. Like she shoots him, and he looks at her like, "Oh, you think that piss shit's gonna work?" Turn his arm into a weapon and killed her ass. That would have been dope. That could have been episode 3. We all could have been like, "Oh shit,
that'd have been too much.
Oh shit.
That'd have been too much.
Rakai,
You know, we got in episode 3. We got Samuel Jackson in here watching his alien wife cook some goddamn eggs.
like 3 times. Like, I was like, how many times he gonna come back to this goddamn house? You are Nick Jack. You are.
Space.
He ain't been to the house. He ain't been to the house in 10 years. And she looks at him like, "You put your ring on." Like, that's the only thing I miss about you. I ain't seen you in 10 years. And I don't care if she's alien or not, but we know how women are going to be. Ain't a woman gonna be like, "You've been gone for 10 years. Put your
Ain't
ring
no black
on."
woman gonna be you ain't pulling up in no black woman's house 10
Ain't
years.
black woman. She
Like,
an
baby,
alien
I'm
with a
home.
black woman
I'm
face.
home.
Listen,
Well,
okay,
she was green.
So am I the asshole when she was like, "So did you love this identity that I stole, or did you love me?" I like the motherfucking identity that you stole. You tricked me. I liked that. Like, but I know I'm not supposed to say that, right? I'm not. But am I the asshole? Like, if you have convinced me you are this thing that I've married and loved and everything, and then you're like, "Surprise, I'm an alien," you'd be like.
No, but he knew she was always an alien. And when she showed up with the new face,
I'm gonna feel some kind of way.
some kind of way. She's like, "I always wanted you, so I turned around and found a woman, that type of woman you like, and I became that."
Bro,
Well,
this is a long-eared green alien with sharp teeth, and I'm just supposed to be like, everything is okay. No,
Sounds okay. That's what he. That's what.
But that's what they did though. So they took that last episode and they turned Samuel Jackson into Marvel's goddamn Captain Kirk. down there slaying green.
When he got into the spaceship, he got beamed up. He's
Captain Kirk. As a matter of fact,
bro,
just think about how wasted that is. Think about how wasted that is. He is married to a woman who's a shapeshifter. Girl, if you don't turn into Beyonce tonight,
you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
You ain't gonna be a renaissance out this
It's cool, but like, nah, that ain't it. Nah. Next
you
one.
really
Like, you don't want to see
night?
my green
Nah.
skin anymore? Hell no. Turn into Meg Thee Stallion real quick.
No, as a matter of fact, I got a list. You just do one every night. Listen.
Matter of fact, you're gonna be somebody different every day of the week.
Yeah. You've been staying away for 10 years from that. I've been right back in Saber.
Nah,
I know, but you're not supposed to say that though. I'm just saying, just if you're an alien, just let me know you're an alien. That's all.
Right.
You know.
So, Rakai, did we have enough action sequences in here? Or did you like the action sequences?
No,
No to which one?
all of the above.
All of
Shit,
the above.
no.
Yes, the answer is
No.
yes.
Yeah, like, dude. So the first little scene in Russia, no. The attack on Ritson's procession and the helicopter and no. Um Shit fight between Gaia and Gravik. Hell no. And then beyond that, I mean, those are really the only real 3 action scenes, and then you got a bunch of spy intrigue bullshit. No, I mean, pick up the script to any other thing that's going on right now. Like I said, hell, there was 4 seasons of Jack Ryan. Save season 2. The other 3 episodes, season 1, season 3, season 4 are fantastic. Pick up the script of that. Hell, just erase some names and put Marvel characters' name in there, and you'd have done better. Like this, no.
But then
Action, no, sir.
But it a problem? Are some of these shows trying to be more than what they are, and it's hurting the quality of the series?
But the thing is, you have a character like Nick Fury who has no superpowers, and he manages all of these superpowered people. He is Marvel's Phil Jackson. He's out here calling a triangle play and shit, and got the Hulk out here wilding, and Thor. You know what I'm saying? He's Fat Thor today and Skinny Thor tomorrow. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's out here, he's calling plays, but he has no actual powers. As a matter of fact, it's crazy that the whole Harvest, that is the most shit ever. Like, and to beat all of y'all's asses. That is some Batman shit, but you didn't give us Batman. You gave us Alfred. And not even the Pennyworth TV show.
Pennyworth was dope.
No, you didn't give us the Pennyworth TV show. You gave us the old one who just resigned to being a butler. No.
Go ahead, Chuck. Jump on in there.
He's supposed to be Marvel's Amanda Waller on steroids.
He is. He is. No, he is.
He
Not in this series, he wasn't. Not in this series.
But what I'm saying is that is who Nick Fury is supposed to be.
Can you imagine if they
he lives in the area of gray for morality, but he's willing to do anything to get the job done.
Can you imagine? So take this whole series and imagine if it was, Secret Invasion, whatever you want to call it, with featuring Amanda Waller and Viola Davis. And
yeah.
Oh, we did
that would have turned Viola Davis into what this story is. Yeah, we burning shit down. We
call it Peacemaker. It was Peacemaker. It's so funny watching Sonya come in.
Yes.
Yeah. And she was more. She was more Nick Fury than Nick Fury.
Yes,
and cool about the shit too. Yes. She was cool. When she was
torturing dude and escaped through the little tunnel. I thought, oh, she's gangster.
Well, see, that's just it. Nick Fury was there. Her name was Sonya. Nick Fury's character was there. It's just she ate up all of his lines and everything.
Why? Like who? I mean, and I don't want to be too political, but is it to make more robust female characters? Is that maybe the origin of why they took and stripped Nick down to something he completely was, but allowed another character to
be Indiana Jones thing?
I don't know. I haven't seen it yet.
Indiana Jones thing, yeah.
They nerfed him.
The shit out of him.
Yeah. Wait a minute, but it's just something that they, unfortunate, because it looks like what they're doing with the characters of color. You know what I'm saying? They nerfed and goddamn an entire country in Wakanda Forever.
Oh yeah,
nerfed the shit out of the country. That country. Hell, I was ready to pack my shit at home and move immediately. And they nerfed the country that no, you don't want to go here. We gonna fuck that up with some water and some flying Mexicans. No, we got you. So they did it to Rhodey. Hell, we just now found out that Rhodey's ass been captured. He's been a Skrull since Civil War.
But his legs is jacked up, so it happened.
Yeah, they had to carry him out. He still can't walk.
Yeah. He's still paralyzed, so
that bothered me.
And then they didn't even explain it. They were just like, "Well, how long have you been there?" And then they left the cut with the dun moment.
Guy just said, "You've been in here a long time." Yeah, we know. We seen when he crashed. Hell, he been in there since then. They could at least done him like Coulson.
then was he the Skrull and whatchamacallit in Captain America?
Yes.
Yes.
He's been a scroll ever since Civil
Bro,
War.
so see, Randy, you don't know what the storyline of Secret Invasion is. It goes way back to the First Contact.
Mm-hmm.
Skrulls have infiltrated all of Shield and the Avengers since the very first one, and some of the Avengers are Skrulls.
On top of the
So,
fact
some
that
of
in
them
the comic books,
Skrull.
on top of the fact that in the comic books, the humans are cool with the Kree. The Kree have always been cool with the humans. The Skrulls was always on that bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
And they changed that all up in Captain Marvel.
Yo, I just love how they didn't even address it. Nobody even told Rhodey that, hey, Tony Starks is dead, by the way. I mean,
Right.
yeah. For a minute. Like your best friend, yeah, he's done. He's a wrap.
But it's interesting, right? Is Tony really dead, or is Tony got changed and it was a Skrull that died?
See, now that's what.
As a matter of fact, if he's been gone since Civil War, did he disappear in a blip?
Yeah, he don't. Yeah.
So who was
Don't
it?
matter.
Was it the Skrull that
The
disappeared in
Skrull
a
blip. Skrulls blip too. Everybody blip.
everything
Thanos blipped
in
everybody
the universe.
anything in the
Yeah, but
universe.
he could have potentially not blipped. Like, just he was locked up in the basement and just half the people who was locked
The
up
real
with
version of him
disappeared.
probably didn't blip, but the fake version of him blipped.
Yeah. So like he don't know shit that's
But
going
if
on.
if Rava, if she blipped, then when she was blipping, turning to dust, we should have seen a little bit. Like you should have gave us a hint, a peek, something to something to let us know. Wait a minute, is that really Rhodey or was that a green hand? What was going on?
I'm looking at Mark's comments. I'm mad he didn't. It'll get you drunk when he brought Brody that bottle. When that's true. When Nick brought that bottle, it'll get you drunk. Talking about the whiskey.
That was Pappy Van Winkle.
I know it. That $5,000 bottle of whiskey. When she said a name and dude was like, "That's not my name," and she said like, "No, it's the guy with the gun pointed at your head." Yeah, this is crazy. So Secret Invasion they really messed up the storyline. This was a really big event. This was like the flashpoint for Marvel. It had the same impact as Flashpoint.
Well, it also gives Marvel a great get out of jail card free for anybody that they've killed. You can always just be like, oh, there was a Skrull and this is the real person, and then you can bring Tony Stark back. A whole bunch of people can,
It made the Super Skrulls, and they made Gaia Super Skrull and Graphics a Super Skrull. So we got 2 Super Skrulls out here now.
Yeah, but she's working on our side. She's
working on the side of Sonya.
Yeah, but I mean, it's still like, you know what I'm saying? Sonya, I mean, the British are on their own shit, but it's still, at the end of the day, she's going to align with whatever Nick Fury's talking about.
So then is the MCU just too disjointed?
Yes.
We got a lot of disparate storylines and plots going on out here. And the question then becomes to ask, I mean, Endgame, I just thought Endgame wrapped up things so well, but maybe they're not looking.
No, but here's what they're doing. They waited until after 6 episodes, they waited the last 10 minutes of this to set up the Marvels movie. Because remember, though, the whole reason that Vara is going with him is because to be the diplomat for the peace talks between the Kree and the Skrull.
Mm-hmm.
And as we know from, you know what I'm saying, because they probably still got a hit out on Miss Marvel's ass, Captain Marvel, or whatever.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, so that's not going to go well.
We still have Armor Wars.
We still got Armor Wars.
Yeah,
we don't know what time place like.
So Rhodey gonna find out that Tony Stark is dead, and he's gonna be pissed, and he's gonna be a black man who's full of rage, and ain't went to therapy and shit, and he
can't walk. He gonna
what
get
about my legs, Charlie Murphy?
Like, how did he get
if Tony used it because he had a heart condition, he gonna use it. He gonna use them metal for his legs. Hell, it's not like the president trusts his ass no more. I mean, I know you've been locked up, but every time I look at your face, all I see is the Skrull that was right next to me.
Yeah, his political career is done.
It's done. And not only that, though, you understand, Tony Stark's healed him. So was it really Tony or was it a Skrull that healed him?
Yeah. Yeah. I want to know how he got captured. Like, they still don't say that.
I mean, it's not like he
Skrulls don't tell you how anybody got captured. They just captured him.
I want to know how. I want to know how the scrolls rolled up on the president so easy in the middle of a firefight. Like, you know how next to impossible it is to kidnap a president? It's probably one of the hardest things on planet Earth to do. Like, every last one of those little SUVs that are following behind them, damn near have surface-to-air missiles, rocket launchers, grenade launchers, those big gigantic mini guns. Dog, there's constantly F-16s or F-18 Hornets or whatever the new Phantom things are, constantly already scrambling, already out on standby. Not to mention countless snipers, dogs. Yo, Gravik rolled up with him. Gravik rolled up in a Tahoe with 6 of his homies and was like, "We about to get you." I was like, "What?"
You know, it would have been better.
Easy E and them to jump out.
I'm like, there's no way. You know, it's damn near impossible to kidnap the U.S. president, dog.
The Funk said it best. Way too much table setting without bringing things together yet. It's way too much. You know what makes it bad, though? It'd been better if the president would have hopped into the SUV and everybody in there was a scroll. Then he tried to get out, and he looked at aircraft one, and everybody there was a scroll.
We just didn't need this. We just didn't need it. I mean, I think that's what it boils down to. It did not advance anything in the MCU.
Somebody tell me, what was the purpose of the brother, the scroll that just wandered to Siberia and wanted a home? What was his purpose in the show?
To the black guy?
Yeah, I mean, I just didn't get it. I was like, I thought he was going to do something, I don't know, something. He just showed up and... What, they steal his lines? Am I missing something? Like, what was his importance?
He didn't have any. The same reason Gravik killed almost all the scrolls in his base that supported him.
He killed everybody there.
And that was a quick jump.
I should respect that, though.
They went for one morning to support them, and then it was like, "Nah, we hate you, and we're gonna try to take you out." It's like, that was quick. I just feel like this story didn't need to be told. We could have got the scrolls as an enemy without this story.
They could have just made it one movie and been done. It didn't even need to be a series. They could have done that they could have done that entire thing in 90 minutes.
They could have did it in 45 minutes.
Yeah.
45 minutes. And that's all.
They had to give Nick Fury a love story because he's never had a love story really in the comic books.
Who cares?
Behind this shit.
Yeah.
Is this all Kevin? Is this all Kevin?
This is great. The Funk said new guy was there to be the non-true believer outsider who calls out Gravik and dies. He said just call it Gravik, Madden, and he dies.
And he just dies.
And that's when everybody realized Gravik was evil because he already said he's gonna destroy all of humanity. Like they were all on board with him destroying all of humanity.
Right. And then it's all
wait, he's destroying us too?
Yeah, man. Yeah. Like, we don't. That's why in the question, I think in Geek Beast, we asked, what do we think about them cutting back on Marvel and Star Wars shows? They need to.
Yeah.
They need.
Yeah. This was worse than Falcon and Winter Soldier.
And that's saying a lot because I did not like Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Falcon and Winter Soldier had more action.
Better action.
Well,
when the Dora Milaje showed up.
Yeah, it looked beautiful. I thought Falcon and the Winter Soldier looked beautiful. It's just the story.
This shit was drab as hell. You shot.
Yeah, this didn't even look good, right? It didn't. The special effects weren't good.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, when he went to Finland to his mausoleum, I was like, shit, that looked like the mausoleum down the street.
It did.
And I thought when they were fighting, it looked like the fight between Bruce Leroy and sure enough, they were glowing and shit. And they got the glow? Like, what are we doing?
Hell no.
Their arms was moving and morphing and shit. I was like,
oh my gosh.
Is this Last Dragon?
The Name My Arm game. Oh my God. Oh.
It was there was a lot of things that were just like, what's going on here? Name My Arm game would have been the best game ever.
I mean, that's how you know
Rock
the budget
Soccer
was
Robot is what they
like, we can't animate nothing but the arms. So don't ask us to change heads and faces.
Hold on. I had an idea to animate legs. No, we don't have no money for that.
Dragon Ball Z fight. I was
That's
expecting.
why the head of special
There was-
effects got and Marvel got fired because they
There-
saw this. They was like, "Whoa,
There was a better fight in Creed 3 than this shit. And these two people got all
Absolutely.
the fight. They got all the abilities of the Avengers, and you got two human boxers put on a better fight.
Right. She is the most powerful person in the Marvel universe.
Yeah.
Right now. And that's what you gave us?
Super Skrulls, both of them are the most powerful.
Yeah.
It's supposed to look like Goku and Vegeta out
That's
there.
what I'm
fighting.
saying, man. Like you should have DBZ that bad boy out.
This was like that fight in Superman Returns between Zod and Superman.
Yeah,
That's what
I
it's
mean,
supposed to look like.
it should have been like beyond epic type of fighting. Like
Yeah,
I'm
like,
talking about like
shit.
we
Build this
leveling,
from-
we
As a
leveling
matter of fact, not only that,
mini
if the-
mountains.
if episode 6 is like 45 minutes, you should have gave me 35 minutes of them tearing Russia the damn shred. Like they
Yeah.
should have
you
tore
didn't
up that whole base. You ain't got to blow. You ain't got to drop a missile on it. They done already tore that shit up. Like
Yes, Mark. The Super Skrulls are OP like that.
Oh yeah, I mean you got
Oh,
Miss
yeah.
Marvel and Thor, Miss
But
Marvel,
they got
Thor,
every
and the
division,
Hulk.
right?
Them
And the
three
Hulk,
right there
right?
by
Right.
itself.
Right.
Just them three.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
but not only that, they had Cull Obsidian. Like
Yep.
they had so
Huh?
They
many
had
powers.
Thanos. They had
Thanos.
they had
They had
Thanos.
Gamora,
Yeah.
One of
Gamora's
them
Nebula. They had
didn't one of 'em-
Nebula.
the first time they turned his arm into Drax's arm, like
Drax. They had Drax. They had Mantis.
Yeah.
They had what's his name? What's his name's dad? Because they got Peter Quill's
Peter
brother.
Ego?
Quill.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes,
They had
Magical
Ego?
dude. Yeah.
they have everybody.
Anybody
They
that
have
was on the
Black
battlefield.
Panther. They had Black Panther after he drank the purple flower.
Yeah.
Fuck you talking
That's some
about?
bullshit. When he bleed?
You know?
They get that.
It's DNA, not
everybody.
necessarily blood. It's DNA.
You saw Endgame, right? You saw Endgame. They got everybody's DNA. Everybody.
Yeah. Anybody that
They
was
got-
on the battlefield.
They got Thor. They got the woman with the horses and shit. Like, yeah, they got all of them, man. They got all of them.
All of them. They got
But
all
not only that, they got all the
Valkyries.
good guys and the bad guys. They
Yeah,
got
all
of them.
agreement. They got
Yeah.
all kinds of shit.
Yeah, they literally
in
have.
Harvest. In Harvest.
Yeah, so. Hey, what are you gonna do? All right, I think we talked about this enough, so we're gonna re-rate it. Chuck, I'm gonna start with you. How you gonna re-rate it?
Cringeworthy.
Damn. Damn. All right.
It's going down.
Yo, what
I was
was
already
that?
at snack. I was like, I was borderline. I sent to Rodney. I'm going to say snack right now, but I'm borderline cringeworthy. Cringeworthy.
Centel, how you gonna re-rate it, man?
I'm gonna keep it a mini meal because I just enjoyed like the acting. I thought from an acting standpoint, I thought it was mid tier. It was mid, so I'm gonna give it a mid grade. I'm gonna keep mini meal.
Okay, I'm gonna take mine down. I was on the fence between mini meal and snack originally, but I was like, well, and then at just this conversation, it just really reinforced. This is not it, so I'm gonna take it down to a snack. Rikai, how you gonna re-rate it, man?
Me being the standard I am, I went in mini meal and I was like, you know what? I feel good. This was mid. I was like, but you know what? After our discussion, I might end up going up. Nah, bruh. No, going down. This is snackish all the way. It makes me peckish. This is. I don't think the stain in me won't allow to go cringeworthy, but I'm feeling it. I'm feeling where Chuck is at right now. I feel it because you gave me Samuel L. Jackson and you took Samuel L. Jackson away from me. You did give me. You could have gave me Julius from Pulp Fiction. You could have.
Yo,
damn it!
can
You
I
could have
say
gave me
this?
so much.
Can I say
Yeah.
this? You gave me some bullshit in Scarlet Witch. You gave me some bullshit in the Doctor Strange after that. You gave me some bullshit in the She-Hulk. And they had some good parts I enjoyed in it. Miss Marvel, I liked. I thought it was like, oh my God, I like this. It had a lot of heart in it. I liked it.
Mhm.
You know what?
And then you turned around and the Secret Invasion was supposed to bring it all back up. It was the hard reset. I was waiting for it. It's like, oh yeah, they're gonna bring it. This is when we get crunk. This is when we get crunk. And then you gave me some other bullshit. And you gave me bullshit in Falcon and Winter Soldier. So I'm accumulating all that bullshit I've been eating. I've been eating all this bullshit, you know? And I'm gonna say, fuck you. I'm gonna give you the cringeworthy that you deserve.
You know what? I'm
What?
thinking about
He's
it
not
like
wrong. He's not
I don't
wrong.
know one thing other than the one woman character. Like I don't know anything that I liked about this series.
Mm-hmm.
I can't think of a way when I'm like, yeah, you seen that scene? There's nothing. So I'm gonna have to bring my rating down. I'm gonna bring it down to a cringeworthy because there ain't nothing. There ain't nothing. Like if somebody's like, what'd you like about it? I'd be like, what?
And I think I'm gonna stay a snack just because, like Centel said, I did enjoy some of the acting.
Sonya.
Yeah, she's
No,
not
I enjoyed her. I enjoyed Vara.
I love Don. I think Don Cheadle is one of the best actors with the generation, and you ruined it for him. You gave him nothing. You had a scene with him and Sam Jackson sitting across from each other, having a drink, and I can barely remember it.
No, because that scene wasn't good. The one where he went to when he was in his hotel room, that scene actually was good. When he was describing when he was describing to Vara that he fired Nick Fury, that scene, Don Cheadle was great in that scene.
But Sam Jackson went in the scene with him. We're talking about Sam Jack.
Yeah,
Cheetah scenes together. None of those.
But it's almost like Samuel Jackson. You know, it's almost like when he got the script, he's like, "Oh, you want me to leave the real me at home? All right, I'll send my representative to show up on set and do this bullshit."
Agreed, and that's why
Kingsley Ben that scene with Kingsley Ben at Dear, I always say his name wrong, and Sam Jackson at the very end. Kingsley was beasting. I got to give him something on that.
No,
man.
he acted Sam in it.
Yeah, I mean, when he grabbed Sam's face, I was like, "Oh shit!"
He outacted Sam.
He was like, "Look at me!" I was like, "Oh!"
Hey, y'all, this one made me upset because Sam and he went to our alma mater. He got outacted in every scene because they made him a weak character.
They did.
Sam ain't ever played no
every scene. Amelia
Gator, even in Gator, he was more convincing. He's like, I smoked the TV when he was talking to Wesley, right?
Mama, I smoked the TV.
Mama, I smoked the TV. And we didn't even get that level of confidence and security. So I was like, damn.
We didn't get School Days, Samuel Jackson.
He's talking about Gator. Yo, that's hilarious. Yo, hold on. Gator was
it was Wesley's brother.
It was Jungle Fever, right?
Jungle Fever.
Yeah. Gator was okay. All right,
I'll do it. You know that I will do it.
He said, I like to get high. I like to get high, and I go hurt somebody. You know I do it.
I like Kingsley Ben there the whole entire show. I thought he was cool. He was calm. He had a purpose. And, you know, he was angry. Then when he talked to that end, when he got in the end, he was like, you know why I'm doing this? You motherfucker.
Yeah. So, no, I can feel that.
I'm gonna take mine down to a cringeworthy, and that gave us 1.75. It don't really make a difference. It's still a snack when we add it all together. But yeah, I'm gonna take mine down to a cringeworthy because
and that hurt my emotions.
Oh my gosh,
hurts my emotions, guys. I wanted this to be the big win. Like, okay, I said 5 TV shows equal 1 good movie.
I think
what good movie? Because they ain't done one of those in a while.
In a second.
Okay, I ain't gonna necessarily say it's good, but I did. I know y'all did. I know Ricard didn't. I enjoyed Thor, man. I thought it was campy.
Thor 3. I enjoyed it too. I did enjoy it.
I enjoyed it.
If I was 7 years old with a snotty nose and a skin knee, I'd enjoy that bullshit.
I enjoyed it.
How you felt about Thor is how I feel about Secret Invasion. We've been waiting for Samuel Jackson to have his own series since the second movie.
Yeah.
Listen. Right now, I'm
25 years, baby.
I'm so far off the cliff right now. I feel like Kevin Feige handed the script to Trump and let him go over it before, because they didn't nerf all. Like the nerfing of these black characters does not sit well.
No, I think they gave it to Ron DeSantis.
Yeah.
But listen,
that's Disney shit.
I still got faith. I got faith in Armor Wars because I got faith in Don Cheadle. So
No,
I'm
after
cautiously
Samuel L.
optimistic.
Jackson let you down, I don't have no hope for
I'm
nobody.
cautiously optimistic.
Yeah, like,
Cautiously.
They're gonna nerf him too.
Yeah,
My
after you
best
just
friend is dead. Oh my god! Give me that bottle of
right, and that's exactly
$5,000.
it's gonna open with him in Tony Stark's grave.
Crying
Yeah.
in his
Yeah.
wheelchair.
Yeah.
He's gonna be Drake from the Degrassi.
Oh,
Come on, Armor Wars. Help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi.
that's-
You're my only hope.
Don't even talk about that
even
shit
if they still
either.
make, just think about it. That's even if they still make Armor Wars, because they're supposed to make Ironheart, and if they make Ironheart, well, that's a black character. They're gonna nerf the shit out of her. She's a damn genius. She done made this suit of armor that kicks ass, and they're gonna turn her into a victim the whole fucking show.
He's gonna be a teenage
no.
pregnancy. Watch. She
No, you know, but I don't know what else you could do it because they're doing so good with what is it with Devil Dinosaur? What's her name?
Devil Dinosaur is the best
that
thing
shit is
they've
awesome.
done.
That's what I'm saying. Like, but so how are you gonna recreate that? Like those characters, like the genius black girl that's doing it her way.
Lunella.
Yeah, so I'm like, well, they already kind of got that with Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur. So I don't know what they're gonna do with Ironheart. I mean, what's the other stick? I mean, and we've already got
Never twerking every episode.
We've already seen the genius black girl with Shuri. So I'm like, I need something.
And they nerfed her and just made
something
her
else.
angry for an damn
So they nerfed
entire
her.
movie.
They did
Yeah.
nerf her.
Yeah. All we know is
Rhodey.
Riri gonna be
Ironheart-
drinking 40s. Talking about
Not only that, they nerfed Shuri.
Sex red. Talking
they
about
not
my
only
Cole
nerfed
Brown
Shuri,
and my
they nerfed Okoye too.
They did nerf Okoye.
I would
nerfed
damn near, if you had a death match, I would damn near put my money on Okoye to whoop everybody's ass.
including
And
Thor.
and then killed Queen Mother. Ah, yo, you ain't lying. Damn.
And killed Angela Bassett,
How you kill Angela Bassett, bro?
and then she didn't even get the she didn't
Maybe
even
she
get
was
the,
a scroll, you guys, and she'll come back.
She was a scroll.
all right. Rakai, you got anything
okay.
to say before we head out, sir?
See, normally after these shows, I go to bed with a clear conscience and feeling good. I'm pissed off now. I go hit something. Shit.
Don't hit the kids. Don't hit the kids. You're good.
What are we talking about next week?
We're doing whatchamacallit, Henry Cavill, The Witcher season 3.
Oh yeah, because that the end of that comes out tomorrow or Friday.
Friday.
Yep.
Yeah.
So Witcher season 3.
I guess I got to start watching that.
I gotta start watching too. Centel, you got anything to say before we head out, man?
I'm saying if you're looking for some good superhero stuff, I've still got faith in Invincible. I still got faith in The Boys. Those are two bangers that that are gonna disappoint you. I think if you're not watching Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur, you're missing just fun. It's just fun.
That's Marvel show in a long time.
Yeah. So if you just got that itch, and you want to just see some decent. And of course the big one, if you haven't seen Across the Spider-Verse, I don't know what you're doing with your life.
Yeah.
So there is a few out there, superhero wise, that you can still attach your wagon to. Just Marvel as a whole is just getting shaky over here. It's getting real shaky.
Chuck, got anything to say before we head out?
Yes, I do. Harley Quinn season 4 starts tomorrow.
Oh.
It starts tomorrow. And if you like Invincible Adam Eve is up right now. The origin story of Adam Eve. So it's up and running
One
right
shot.
now. Mm-hmm.
That's just one shot. Mm-hmm.
Yep. And if you like anime, Jujutsu Kaisen has started all up again, and man,
I don't know how I'm gonna make it through all this stuff. We got so much stuff.
It's
what
an
was it?
embarrassment of riches, man.
Quasi, was it Quasi?
Kazazimoto.
He's Azimoto.
Zazimoto.
If you want to, you can go to Cinema Mosaic, which is Centel's channel.
Okay.
And me and him are covering episode the accumulate comeback on this show to talk about it.
It's not released yet.
Tell us.
Yeah. It's not released just yet, but hopefully as soon as we get a final time that when it's reviewed on here, then I can release it and then get everything prepped to get over here. So if you want to see like an episode by episode kind of breakdown with me and Chuck, then definitely head on over to Cinema Mosaic. But if you want the full real deal breakdown, it's not gonna get no realer, no doper than over here on BingeWorthy. This is where it's gonna really be at. Like the other stuff is just a snack. You want the course, the full course, you got to be here.
Yeah,
appreciate that, bro. We really appreciate that. Shouts out to Digital Click, right? They create the borders and everything, keeping us looking good and looking fly. Shouts out to Rodney, our creative director. We ran him off a little bit. He hadn't seen it yet, so he'll be back. Rodney's a dope, super dope technical director. And shouts out to you out there in the chat, man. We appreciate it.
And let me throw something out there.
Huh?
Let me throw something out there.
Go ahead.
Just because we've been off for 2 weeks. We were off last week for Comic-Con. And so since we were off, it started. We do want to say that as a show, and I know that our wonderful host, Randy, will say this, that we support all the writers and actors who are on strike now for SAG-AFTRA. We support them, and our covering of shows is not, and Centel is an actor. Our other esteemed co-host Courtney Wright Scott is also an actor. We support them, and this is a form of journalism. So we're not doing anything to cross over the line or anything like that. We're just journalists reviewing the shows, but we support them wholeheartedly. Get your bag.
The VGA, SAG-AFTRA, we got y'all.
Yeah, man, we support you. We're staying in full solidarity. We ain't gonna have AI out here cloning extras and shit, try to use their likeness into perpetuity. We don't support that shit at all.
Not at all.
You see that new movie with starring Prince and Michael Jackson and Tupac? No, get the hell out of here.
Right, not at all. No.
Get out of here.
So with that said, I can't say any better. Rikai, I agree with you 100%. So tune in next week. We're doing the Witcher season 3. Same bat time, same bat channel. Hey, Centel, man, you always know. If you want to come through, you always can, man.
Hey, man, thank y'all. Thank y'all. Appreciate that.
With that being said, we'll talk to you guys later. Peace.